So today, NewsWhip is announcing a major new partnership with Reddit. We're really excited to have created what we believe is the most powerful Reddit research tool that exists. Reddit is a community of communities that are super informed, full of experts, really knowledgeable users. They're super passionate about causes, products, lifestyles, ideas, and really inventive. And it's often an early warning system for interesting stories that are going to break out elsewhere on the internet. So Fergal works with many of our journalists and communications users. Fergal, why is this integration so useful for our users?
Thanks, Paul. So before we start talking about Reddit, let's have a look at Reddit on Spike. Just share my screen with you. Paul, as you mentioned, Reddit is a community of communities. What we're trying to do with the Spike integration is make it straightforward and fast to identify content and communities, and especially content within those communities. What you can see now is a dashboard that I've built looking at all the major cities in the UK, and we're getting a lot of original content posted by residents of those cities. We can also track URLs that are shared to those communities, as well as conversations that occur within them. So in terms of being able to track what's popular in different parts of the UK, common stories across different parts of the UK or any country in the world, this is it's a powerful and fast way to be able to do that.
That's awesome. So we're finding what's trending in any one of these communities, and these are geographic communities. What else can we do further?
Yeah, absolutely. So on top of that, we can then look in, let's say, take a niche interest, not so niche in the States, admittedly, take a look at the NFL. So this is a search I put together, again, monitoring subreddits broken out by different conferences across the NFL. So you can track individual teams and all of the post-match conversations, the memes, the chatter, the back and forth, and then as we gear up towards the Super Bowl later in the year, all of the madness involved in that.
Why is this better? Why is what we built better than just searching Reddit directly?
Yeah, that's fair. So Reddit was built for its users, which is as it should be, but it's not necessarily built for research. It can be a challenge to find salient comments. It's definitely a challenge tabbing through different conversations, keeping an eye on one chat while you're also going searching for something else. And while Reddit's threaded conversations are iconic, it definitely can be tough to find those deeper back and forths that are further down the comment chain.
Great. So can we see what's being talked about with the big news story today on Reddit?
Yeah, so one of the biggest news stories today on Reddit would be the lead up to the presidential debates, which are tomorrow. So let me tab across another one that I built earlier in true Blue Peter fashion. This dashboard is monitoring, first of all, the debate across all of Reddit, as well then broken out by subreddits that are left of center, in the center, right of center, and then kind of quarantined over here on the right-hand side are all of the sick memes and hot takes and the dedicated subreddits that exist also for those. So to give you an idea for this, because this is a keyword search, first of all, subreddit search, second of all, I'll just come in and I'm going to edit one of these searches. And you can see that we've just put together a basic keyword search monitoring all mentions of the debate, all mentions of the candidates, and then any other kind of terms that come up, like first debate, for example. So for this, we are searching all of Reddit, everything. We have the full fire hose, we're taking full advantage. We can go down to the deepest comment or top ranked content in a popular subreddit. At present, we're searching the posts only. So if you're coming in, if you just want to find the big conversations where you can guarantee that there's going to be a result, you'll be set. However, if you also want to search posts and comments, and by comments I mean literally every single comment that exists on Reddit, it's quick and easy to do so. And then from there, we can click into individual stories, find the most interesting conversations, and what's going viral fastest.
Big story this week, Fergal, Trump's tax return. Let's have a look at that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's popping up here all over the presidential debate dashboard, as you'd expect. We've results from across Reddit, and then breaking that down by partisanship, we have the take from the left subreddits, take from the center subreddits, the take from the right subreddits, and then as well the take from the meme subreddits, lest we forget. But what's really advantageous having the Spike integration is that we can jump straight in, identify communities of experts, and get maybe a more reasoned take on the headlines. So I'll click over here. This is looking at r/tax and r/tax pros. We can see the top story in the tax subreddit is, again, about Trump's taxes. And from there, we'll jump straight into the story and get into the comments. and we can see that the top rated comment with a score of 165 is doing a deep dive into actual tax liabilities and identifying maybe the facts behind the reporting.
Oh, that's fantastic. So if a journalist wants to take this story forward and explore further from what the New York Times has reported, they've got a whole community of tax experts.
And especially if you're a general reporter, you can get a good head start here.
Fantastic. And Fergal, if we want to find all of the discussion around this major story and any interesting comments somewhere on Reddit, how would we do that?
It couldn't be easier. Just copy the URL and then paste it into a fresh search, which I have here. So we have the URL. It's gone in as a keyword, and it is returning all mentions of that URL in every single subreddit across Reddit.
Wow. Thanks for that, Fergal. What I love about this is we're making all of the communities and insight on Reddit accessible. So we're bringing the front page of the internet to all of our journalists and communications users, the people who actually create the front pages. So I think that's awesome. If any of our users want to check it out, just log in, add a Reddit tab to any dashboard, and the searches will extend into Reddit. You can see what's happening there in any area of interest alongside everything else. And if you're not a customer or user, just drop us a line and let's get you set up with a demo of what we can do. Thank you.